And I also want to shout out Danielle Warren, who's the editor of the next video that you will watch, because as soon as we wrap this up a little bit and we go to the break, we're going to play the Blue Voter Guide pitch video, which she put together. And she's in the chat today, and I've been shouting her out as well. So thank you, Danielle. Greg also did music, sound effects, and mix on that one as well.
Worried about this November? Here's a secret that's going to help us knock it out of the park. It's bluevoterguide.org. And unlike other guides, it's laser-focused on turning out blue voters by giving them a leg up to make quick, smart, pro-democracy ballot choices. Blue Voter Guide is comprehensive, it's partisan, and here's the secret sauce: endorsements. Blue Voter Guide unleashes the power of progressive endorsers to give voters a quick picture of who supports every candidate, measure, and judge on their ballot. Registered voters get a whole bunch of campaign literature, but it's all candidate-specific. None of it helps voters feel more informed up and down ballot. With Blue Voter Guide, a voter enters their address and sees what's on their whole ballot: candidates, measures, judges, accompanied by a list of trusted progressive endorsers for each, an X-ray of who supports whom. This allows rapid, confident blue choices in minutes instead of hours. The results can be printed, saved, and shared. Here's why this matters. Know where most votes went in the 2016 election? Not to Trump. He only got 63 million votes. Not to Hillary, even though she got almost 66 million votes. The most votes went nowhere because 100 million people who could have voted didn't. The non-voters beat Trump and Hillary. Lots of people have trouble voting. Young and first-time voters, older folks unsure of a complex ballot, people who only vote once in a while, people who wait until the last minute. Over a quarter of young people didn't vote because they didn't know how to evaluate the candidates. Here's young people who needed help telling real news from fake news. John Della Volpe of the Harvard Kennedy School has been studying young people since the year 2000. Here's what he said in 2023. Gen Z voters want to be perfect and have all their homework done, or else they will leave a ballot item blank. Blue Voter Guide is here to help. How? Endorsers voters recognize. Here's a local race in 2022. Voters may have never heard of these candidates, but their local Democratic clubs have, and so has their local newspaper. Blue Voter Guide has researched hundreds of endorsing organizations in all 50 states. Each of these organizations has researched and examined the candidates, judges, and ballot measures. If you want to know more about an endorser, just click on them. Everyone needs bluevoterguide.org. In its very first year, Blue Voter Guide helped 75,000 people to vote. Their verdict? They love it. Of users sampled, 9 out of 10 said Blue Voter Guide made it easier to vote, including 3 out of 10 who said it helped them vote in a race they otherwise would have skipped. So, how can we get Blue Voter Guide to 75 million voters? We need 2 things. First, money to buy election data for all 50 states. That's just $1,000 per state. And by the way, Blue Voter Guide is a grassroots all-volunteer organization. It's our volunteers who research the endorsers and enter them into the guide. No one is paid. We do it because we know democracy is at stake. Donate today at bluevoterguide.org. The second thing, we need your help getting bluevoterguide.org in front of as many progressive voters as possible. We have t-shirts, stickers, magnets, and postcards with the Blue Voter Guide QR code. You can also tell people about it on your website or via your newsletter or on social media. Tell voters about Blue Voter Guide when you text, postcard, phone bank, and Canvas. These are some of our partners. You can boost your GOTV efforts by becoming a partner too. It works. When we registered young voters in California's Central Valley, we encountered youth who were afraid to register because they thought voting was going to be too hard. So we told them about Blue Voter Guide and gave them postcards with our QR code on it. The result? They registered because they knew Blue Voter Guide would have their back when it came time to vote. When knocking doors, tell folks about Blue Voter Guide. It cures that overwhelmed feeling and gives voters confidence they've done their homework. Blue Voter Guide creates a rising tide that will lift all Democratic candidates. And all we need to get to 75 million in all 50 states is money to buy data and everyone to spread the word. BlueVoterGuide.org helps progressives vote smart, fast, and blue.